Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? Give me a second, guys. We're getting everything set up. How's it going? How's it going? For those of you who are joining the stream, just gonna wait a little bit, wait for some people to join. Yo, what's good? There's yo. How you doing today? And seeing your channel recommended YouTube feeds. We started playing Higan. First time here. Yo, nice to meet you as well, man. Yeah, man. We've been having a great time over here. Been making tons of Higan content, right? So some more of my community members will be rolling in here, but yeah, we've been pretty much like trying to make content on everything. It's a fun game, man. I'm enjoying myself. I know there's a lot of hate going on because there's HSR coming out later, but like there's nothing wrong with playing both of them, you know? Nothing wrong at all with playing both of those games. So. Said also first time tuning into a YouTube stream. Yeah, depending on how you did your trust me, I don't even feel like doing all that. But yeah, I would so I would stream on Twitch, but there are now when I get my one of the reasons why I'm not streaming on Twitch is because of my internet situation. Like I can't multi-stream, and so I like prefer to stream over here. But also, let me see if I go back. Higan isn't that big on Twitch. Like, yeah, so there's like 20 viewers in total on Twitch, and there's like only 761 people who actually follow the category. So like it's not the best place right now. Yo, what's good? Ragnar, what's good? Wes. Never understood the people that will randomly comment stuff like trash game. Like, really, you're gonna take the time to write that on a YouTube vid for a game you don't even like? Bro, yes, I get that all the time, bro. I get it all the time. People are just like, this game is trash. And I'm like, okay. Like, then why are you on my video? Like, you went out of your way to say that. It's really interesting. Like, I've seen it a lot. How you doing, Wes? Right now, hope y'all having a good day. But yeah, like people do that all the time, and especially I've seen it on this game. I've seen it on a lot of games, especially when there is when there's a Hoyo game coming out, Hoyo update or anything like that. People really will. Yeah, game will die when HSR comes out. Like people really will like just crap on it. And like thing is like I want to play HSR, but as an addition to this game, like there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, and it's literally like, okay, thanks for your opinion. Like, bye. But Yeah, it's the going out of your way, clicking on a video, telling people don't play this game, bad game. And it's like, all right, bro. It's like we just can't have like they don't like that people actually enjoy the game. It's like it's angering people that we enjoy it. It's funny. Yeah. Yo, what's good, Grim? Yeah, people are like putting a lot of toxicity around it, right? Like, I mean, it would literally be the same for any game that just came out. Like, if it was like any RPG game that comes out, people are gonna just be like, oh, just play HSR. It's like, bro, like, not everybody, not everybody's just gonna hop over onto that game. Like, some people don't want to play Hoyoverse games, but also like, you know, we can just like what we like. Today also, I wanted to ask when we get a little bit more people in here, how people feel about what'd you say? Especially if you have to deal with people. Yeah, I get you, Wes. Imagine being like, yo, this game is cool. Let me check out some content and see a negative comment. People can be like, oh, never mind. Yeah, people are just like, yo, just play HSR. So I have some information on one of the characters, but I guess I was gonna ask we get a little bit more people in here how they feel about spoilers for this game. I know there's a lot of people who don't like spoilers, so I'm gonna wait till we get some people in. We'll ask because I need to do my due diligence and make a full kitted out Higan category in my Discord. I keep forgetting. It takes a lot of time to do. But yeah, I need to do that. No, talks. Like a lot of people feel that way. A lot of people feel that way, but a lot of people don't. I just don't want to like, you know, anger somebody whom might have wanted to it be a surprise. So that way I can see how I handle that content. Some people really don't like knowing of characters that drop. They like to be surprised. I've met a lot of people like that. Like to be surprised. We need 420k for this skill. Yeah. Well, I was gonna talk about it today. I was gonna talk about somebody today in stream. Yeah. You gonna play HSR, but you don't even understand going to a Higan video and commenting that stuff. It's like a waste of time for them. You like spoilers? Yo, it's good night. Okay. When Union's so bad, you and me both. You and me both. We really need some. So still got a few hours on this. Need to go to adventure. Yo, what's good, 6ix9ine? Random side note to the 10 Whisper Luya shards. And got both live and see him. Yo, congrats. It's lucky you don't have the resources to invest. Yeah, getting new characters, yeah, you don't have the resources. I was like I got I got pity right now, right? And for me personally, kills drive the in-game grind. I like staying motivated. Yeah, I need a guild boss. Like, what game was I playing? I remember a lot of the games like with the guild bosses, like they just, even if it's a ridiculously hard boss, like just with having a decent amount of people in your guild, not even all whales, just a decent amount of people in your guild, it just felt good to be able to work towards a goal to like beat a boss, right? Like I love that, right? And it just rotate bosses. There was even one, what was it AFK Arena? Or it might have been, it was either AFK Arena or it was a really bad idle game. Well, AFK Arena is not bad, it's just I don't play it anymore. Idle Arena, Idle Heroes. They had weekly bosses that they had weekly bosses that would have certain health thresholds, right? So like it would reset every week, but there would be like 10 bosses, and every week you'd have to beat the bosses and you get as far as you can. But like as you got to the higher end, they'd just be ridiculously hard. But your whole guild would be working towards that, right? You'd have your tries to beat the boss with. I really liked that because there was multiple bosses to fight versus just like, you know, one and done. I also like Epic 7 is probably my Epic 7's not really beginner friendly, but it's probably one of my favorite gachas. I just think it can get really complicated for some people, especially starting out, and there's like a lot of units that are like must-haves, but you can be free to play and be successful. But they have a really great guild system where you have the guild wars, which are really fun. And then they added guild activities like a guild like labyrinth. They have the guild bosses that you fight to get extra rewards, right? So everybody benefits from that. I love stuff like that. And then there's like a guild shop for doing stuff. Then you have your in addition to that, they had their hunts that you do to hunt different monsters, and everybody comes in and joins your hunt. Like you'll have a hunt that you get and you'll post it to everybody, and that's where you get like different mats and stuff. And so then you'll have different people come in and help you on those hunts as well to help beat the boss as well. Yeah, I don't still play E7. I mean I log in every now and then, but I think that system is a really good one. Personally. I think for like having a guild, having multiple multiplayer experiences, we need a guild shop where we can get 70 plus XP mats. Not getting any passively sucks, and I really don't want to have to farm that stage. Yeah, it's gonna get to the point where that's gonna be the only thing to do. But like, yeah, I don't want to do it. Like I'm there with you. I really want to get this, but like I don't want to like go out of my way for it. I'll just have to naturally summon some screamers. Yeah, I really think some games have done guilds nicely, and it keeps people in the game. Like, and not saying like, I want to be in a situation where people are being hounded, right? For like, hey, like make sure you log in so that we all benefit. Like, you know, super chill. But I do like good. Even if I were to pay attention to this, I wouldn't be ready. I was thinking. Did I pull any extra surslets? I just have her 4-star. Pretty much gonna keep her there. I'm mainly going for magic units. From 4 to 5 is... I think it's just 2. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. Hold on. You get them at 3. It takes 1 copy to get 4. Yeah, I think it's 1 to 4, 2 to 5, and I think it's 3 to 6. Yeah. Yeah, so it's 1 to 4, 2 to 5, 3 to 6. Yeah. Yeah. So not as many as you think. So. You get, I think, 80 shards. 80 shards. Yeah. Bro, that ult just hit so hard. Yo, what's good, Joe? Yeah, 80's pretty good. Like, 80's pretty good for multiple reasons, because you can eventually get the shards for that character, and put yourself in a pretty good position. You know, I just thought about something. Now, some of you Surcelet lovers might have thought about this sooner. But I was thinking for my CM. My CM is mostly skill damage. When my Surcelet ults, she actually ups the damage that my... So, hear me out. So, in a way, she kind of ups the amount of damage that I could probably squeeze out with CM, because her skill cards aren't there. Therefore, there's less cards to rotate whenever I'm doing a DPS stage. Like, it's just a thought I had while I was looking. I was like, yeah, her card is a 5 skill cost, which is the highest. And then she completely removes it. So, like, if you think about it, now you're only rotate, like, you have the same energy recharge of 4 characters, but only 3 people are available. Watching some HSR content and doing some Genshin on the side. I just got done playing Genshin. I play Genshin with my girl. I don't cover content on it because it's too much going on in Genshin. Yeah, that's good. You feel sometimes you get spammed with tank cards? Oh, I mean, yeah, you'll get spammed with tank and heal cards, but it was just something I like kind of just like thought about. You know? Should you be saving standard wishes right now if you already have your team comp, or just try to pull dupes? When it comes to like pulling for dupes, like if you can look at what you have and be like, I'm satisfied, like you have at least like 2 teams or whatever, or you're just gonna use SRs, and you're like, I'm satisfied, I don't really want much, then you can. But with that same thought, there could be eventually a time where they add one of the limited characters to the standard banner, right? We don't know when, how, or where, but they might eventually, because we're catching up to the we are one of the reasons why we're so accelerated is we're eventually going to catch up to the Vanguard server, but they haven't added anybody to the standard banner, but a new character might pop up there. So some people would probably think maybe hold on to it until a character that they absolutely need drops, or a new person's added to the standard that was a limited character. So there's 2 different, like I said, there's 2 ways you can go about it. Do you think Sheru will be a good universal tank? No. No. So, I just dropped a vid today going over her skills that she had back in the day, of course, but you know, take it with a grain of salt, right? But these were her skills that she had before. But her kit's not going to change too much, I would believe. So the thing about her, with her first skill, she deflects projectiles back to the attacker. So she is a manual tank, right? She requires you to play her on manual, because like the only way to, you know, really deflect and know the attacks is having to probably slow the gameplay down, kind of know the boss's patterns to reflect these back, right? That's like, a lot of people don't play that way. I play on auto because like I like to talk during streams. I don't really play manual. I only play manual if like I'm trying to beat a stage. But to have to use a unit in the most effective way to play, like, you know, to actually try hard, you know, that's what you have to do with this tank here. Her passive gives encroaching cold stacks, so that kind of puts her on a team that wants to use the encroaching cold, because when she takes hits, she stacks that. And encroaching cold, like, because we don't have like Yori or any, you know, characters that really, other than some of the SRs that really do any major damage with encroaching cold, like, it's not really the biggest, not like the best team right now. Like for PvP, I could see it be a thing, right? Same thing as a first skill, you know, deflecting abilities, but it's more of a reactionary type of thing. And then her ult, she throws her umbrella to deflect incoming projectiles and neutralize them, and then it increases the magical resistance. I said it in my video, like, there's not a lot of magic characters to really worry about. There's only 2 that are SSR, and then there's a couple that are SR and rares, right? Not a whole lot of magic teams built for like PvP, so the magic resistance being given to everybody isn't big. Now, when they drop the SSR character that I was wanting to talk about today, just to kind of help some people, she might have some more usefulness if you're like a PvP guy. But yeah. And also the deflecting incoming projectiles. A lot of people use melee teams right now with the Luya and Cerslet. So there's no projectiles to really reflect on a lot of like PvP teams. PvE, again, kind of have to know what the enemy is doing to really reflect this. How ahead is Vanguard? It's like about a month, Joe. I mean, I think we're kind of caught up to it, but not sure. Caesar or Gildan? Yeah, Caesar is a magical tank. Gildan is a physical tank. Gildan buffs up physical damage, right? I mean, on her second skill, you can use her first skill as well, especially if you're a PvP user. Caesar is a healing tank that can give you extra sustain. But like, I think, like on a team with like Caesar and Nuno, I mean, that's a lot of healing, right? So you might be over healing. So Caesar will allow you to use like a healer that's like more of a buffer, than like a pure healer, unless you just want like ultimate protection. Do you feel like it's a flawed game concept to encourage same element synergy over general kit synergy? Well, I mean, there's certain characters that like. Oh my god, I didn't even show you guys. I just realized I didn't have display capture on. So dumb. So yeah, I was going over her skills. At least you were hearing me read them. But yeah, it was good in Concito. I think having elemental teams is nice because what I ultimately, well, what I one day want is for a boss to be like, I want, how do I explain this? I want us to be able to have bosses that are, of course, countered by certain elements that are like ridiculously, not ridiculously difficult, but they require some team building to where you actually have to use, because like I made a video about the elemental teams, right? I'm wanting content to where we actually have to try to put together an elemental team, because it is possible with rares, SRs, and SSRs to do that. Of course, there's not enough SSRs to do that for every team, but like I like that the characters work together, but also they work in other, like a lot of the characters work in other teams as well. Like Screamer or even Cerslet can work with like, you know, Aluya Gildan, because Aluya just wants a debuff, which Pyro gives a debuff, Hydro gives a debuff, right? So Dark can work with that, lowering the attack speed. Animo is probably one of the teams where they don't really work. Like, I mean, Wind Breath doesn't benefit anybody but them. So Animo is kind of the team where it's like, look, you either Wind Breath or you're not. CM can fit into any team, right? Because he doesn't have to use Wind Breath. You just get a buff from somebody. And of course, Lumino, they don't have anything going on. Yo, what's good, Nakama? Well, the game hasn't really required us to build an elemental team, yeah. Like, the game hasn't required you to build a, yo, what's good, Wizard? An elemental team, like, at all. Tired by Gildan, you need a new tank in the team? Yeah, I can see that. I can see people getting bored with Gildan. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, but the only general team right now is physical. I don't like that there's been so many physical characters. Like, oh, I didn't even build a fire team. Nah, you could have built the green tower. I literally, you could have built that with like maybe 1 or 2 fire units, but you could have just used whatever's stronger. But like that content, I literally beat it once I got Cerslet. So, you know, maybe it was a little silly. But I used like Kier, Nuno, CM, and Cerslet. That's who I used. You know, that happens in a lot of games, people finishing content. That's like a thing that happens. But like, I mean, it's really hard to make content for somebody. Well, I don't say it's really hard. Without making content ridiculously hard, it's really hard to make content for somebody who has all the time in the world, and then people who work and are free to play, right? Because like somebody who no life something, it like they're obviously gonna be able to finish the game quicker like than everybody, right? Like, I mean, it's really hard to make content for that person, because if you can pay, if you're in a game where you can pay to advance quicker than everybody else, then your experience in the game is different. Like I was talking about yesterday, I couldn't imagine having 6-star characters with all of my plays being maxed out at 5-star, like 5-star plays maxed out and everything, right? Because I dropped like 5K on the game. And then I go play the game and everything's easy and I beat everything and I'm like, oh, this is a dumb, boring game. It's like, bro, you dropped 5K first day to be strong, to go through everything, to get to the top of everything. Like, dog, some of us are still re-rolling at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really hard to make content for that person other than making it really difficult. And that's just my personal opinion. Reminds me of the time your friends wailed on Lost Ark. Yeah. Too many physical characters? Yup. I need some mages. I need some mages. Let's see what you guys say. Time whales? Yeah, there are time whales. There are people who just can play effectively, and it depends on like how you start, because like there are people I know who, like, I think I have someone talking about it now in my comment saying, because I can't remember who, but someone was asking for us to have more difficult content, and then another person was like, no, I don't want us to have difficult content because I'm a free to play and not everybody has their characters leveled up like you. But I was like, but I'm thinking in my head, like, the content can't be that difficult. Like, but you know, my experience could be completely different from somebody else's. Because like, I was thinking that like a lot of the content is fairly like,
judgment.
It's fairly doable for most people. I think the content in this game is doable. I don't think it's like out of this world difficult at all. What was I gonna say? True. Difficult content literally could just be 1 or 2 days from now. I mean the main issue I still hear is Stam. Like, and I'm not talking the cost of stages. We talked about that. The cost of stages is high. I agree with that. But anybody who's below 50, people who are below like 50 troop level, I don't really think like Stam is always an issue. I mean, I still see people who are trying to level up every character at the same time. Is there a physical attacker that busts magic teams? No one as of yet. Not even people haven't been released. Oh, speaking of people who haven't been released, who here does not like character spoilers, leaks, or anything like that? Now, this is information that's already been out. This is information that is already known, but it's not known to people who might have only paid attention to global. So like this is information that they had back in a closed beta a while ago, and this is a lot of stuff people talk about. Am I doing account reviews? You guys want account reviews? If we're gonna do account reviews, I got to I got to figure out a system for that. It'd be cool if the new Hydro Assassin was AP based. That's magic resistance or something. Yeah, and Quincito, she's gonna be a assassin. I don't know, like, I mean, she's probably gonna be physical, but yeah. Yeah, there's no story spoilers. No story spoilers. Alright, so yeah, she's gonna be physical. Like there's no way like they're gonna make her magical. Now if they do, that's just to literally like be like, nah, bro, you wrong. We would just do it through Discord. I don't think I'm gonna I did though with TOF, I did account reviews, and like people were like, oh, just log in, but I don't want to do that. I think we're just gonna do a Discord call, like we're all just gonna go into Discord, just into one of the chats, and then like you can just share your screen. I don't want to log in accounts and then tell people delete this. That way I don't have access to your account. People don't feel funny. Nah, like you can just share your screen if you want to, and we can just talk about it from there. It's just gonna be a Discord thing. But all right, so I'm gonna talk about I've been knowing review your E7 account, bro. that makes me wanna, then I would make me just want to go back to my E7 account with my Straz, bro. Straz is the guy. Yeah, it's just gonna be Discord call, like you just share it and I'll just be like, all right, like cause like for an account review, since this game isn't like, when I was reviewing TOF, there was like so much to review. Honestly, on an account review, all I'm doing is like, all I really can do is just look at your characters, right? And just see like who's your top units. And we can just see like if what you're doing is good or not. But I mean, that's about the extent. It's like I can look at your characters, see who you're putting together, see if it's great or not, and then look at your plays. Like as of like what to do, like I could, like I don't know all the characters coming out yet. I kind of know who could be a possibility, but I don't know everybody. So, but we're gonna look at a mage today that some of you guys should know about. Okay, Wes, you just want to show off your account, bro. There's a difference. All right, so this is Euphyria. This is the good Euphyria. She was talked about in the game in the closed beta. So she is a Umbra caster. So she's gonna be a burst mage, AoE mage. She's gonna be coming up in the future. Right, we already talked about Yori. She's gonna be a hoplite hydro. So she will be 3-star. Nah, this is an SSR. This is an SSR. Yeah, this is the alternate form of her. She does a lot of debuffs, right? So she's gonna work a lot with the Dark Mark. Yeah, Mordred. She might get changed. She might get changed. You are correct. Because I do remember Water Finne. Here, I'm gonna show you guys a lot. Like, I like that they changed some of the stuff to keep us guessing, but the looks of the character is pretty much gonna be there. Right? A lot of things will be there, but let me see something. I can give you all I can give you guys is glimpses and just take everything with a grain of salt. Like, I don't want to be that creator to just be like, yo, this is what's gonna happen. Like, just take everything I say with a grain of salt. Like, at most, the way the character looks and typically the element has been staying the same. But yeah. Because yeah, Sheru was an SR. Back in the day, they made her an SR, which means they buffed her stats. But alright, so alright, so this is her old. This is what it was back then. Well, if she's an SSR, she will she would probably most definitely be a limited one. But you can even see some of the art looks like different. So this is from a while ago, guys. So her Dark Oblivion, she launches multiple magic beams, dealing X amount of magic damage to all enemies in a particular area. If removing one card herself in the next round, decrease the magic damage resist by an extra 30%. She like fire beams like a straight line, and it's a channeled ability, like a chant. This is Yori. We already kind of read you guys what Yori will be. Already know about her. Somebody mentioned the water Hydro Finne. I think she's in here too. She's like one of the last ones. Oh, this is the Animo Guardian Nuno. Now, you are going to be an Animo main like myself. This is the tank I want. Cannot wait. I hope yeah, I cannot wait for this character to drop. I think she increases like dodge rate, which like CM already has dodge rate on his like passive. Yeah. Yeah, it's like tank Nuno. Oh yeah, and here goes Hydro Finne, which she looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. She's an assassin. So, but like he said, stuff can change. Yeah. Full stream chips. I think those are for PvP, Wizard. So yeah. So stuff will change, guys, but you know, I try to give you, man, I try to give you the info that I find out, you know. But with knowing that, like, a lot of the elements, right, are gonna change. I couldn't imagine them changing elements and changing designs on a character if they already did the work for it. So, with that being said, like, the alternate versions of characters, I'm pretty sure that's going to be like a There's only a couple of them, Junkrat. Not like what game is that? Not like most like other games where it's like to make the roster larger. What is Lord of Heroes? Where like new characters are just different elements. It's just only a couple. Like, cause I don't like games like that have like 50 characters, but there's really only like 6 characters, and they make them all in each element, right? Like that's how they make a larger cast. Not all the characters are like that. Because I know exactly what you're talking about. There's just only a few, and I don't know. It's kind of like I'm thinking of it like in Epic 7. You know how there's the regular heroes, and then there's like alternate versions, the Moonlight heroes, which are typically like the light and dark, but they're alternate versions. Yeah, Honkai does that too. Judgment. Punishing Great Raven does it. Yeah, I'm thinking of it like I'm wanting to think of it like Epic 7, to where there's 2 Vildreds. There is a green Vildred, and then there is Arby, who is Arbiter Vildred, who is a completely different version. There's like the crappy kin, then there's the Moonlight kin, the dark version, who is way better. There's Sigrid, and then there's her other form. Like, Epic 7 is a really great. Yeah, the water finale looks completely different. Completely different. Like, if it's a cool model change, like, I am fine with that. Crappy Kin and then Crappy Kin 2. What is this? They did nerf the mess out of him, though. Yeah, they did nerf him so hard because he was broken. He was broken. Everyone says E7 is great, but they don't play. I played it for like 2 years. It's not that E7's not okay. So it's not that E7's not for me. I love E7. I even got my girlfriend in E7. I just can't. There's too much content for me, and I didn't play the game at the start, and I feel like I missed a lot. And you really have to play like every day, it seems. And there's just so much to do. There's a lot of farming, and like I still play other gacha. It was just hard to play it and other gacha games, because between having like the regular story content I had to do, like leveling up my characters, getting them all like maxed out, having to farm stages, to having to farm like the boss stages to get the gear, having to farm for the gear, then having to farm to level up my awakening page, and then you have your hunts that you have to do to level up your gear and take it to the next level, to make sure that you have the perfect substats, and you have your PvP that you want to do for the missions. There's just so much. It's like a main type game. Yeah. Yeah, the gear system is bad. The gear system is a lot. The gear system is what the game becomes. You just end up, like, to get to the... like, take it like this. If you spent your whole year or 2 on gear, like, that's what most people do for the PvP, because if you don't have gear, you don't pass a lot of content in the game. So, like, you can have some of the, like I have tons of like characters. I even have some Moonlight characters. I have ridiculous characters like Straws. I have like I got like my boy Blood Moon Haste. I have Arbiter Vildred because they made it a little easier to get those characters, but I don't have the gear for them, so I have to get like, and like for PvP, you gotta have like almost 300 speed, like 100% crit rate, like 300% crit damage, stupidly high like stats, and you can only get that by farming every single day, by farming the best stage, and it's just a lot. And then not only by farming that gear, you have to make sure you have to get the right substats, and you got to do the rolls into those substats. So like think of Genshin. Actually, think of Genshin when you play it, and like Genshin's an easy game to where you can get away with having somewhat like mediocre stuff for most of the content as long as you have your talents and skills leveled up, right? But if you guys have ever tried like farming for gear, right? Like to get that substat, that's the, like, if you've never played Epic 7, that's the only way I can really kind of explain it. It's like just whenever you're doing your artifact farming, trying to get the perfect pieces and trying to have it roll. But in this game, you needed speed, and speed was like one of the most important stats. And yeah, hella RNG. Yeah, Tox, that's what I'm saying. Like Genshin's an easy game, so like, but that's the closest game I can bring it to. The people with insane gear is small by comparison, but like Epic 7 to get, like, the problem is too is like you have to really gear out like a lot of characters. Because like I have some decent gear, but I have to gear out so many characters to even like, and it depends on how serious you want to play the game too. Because like you could also not do any of that gear farming, take the free gear that they give you every now and then and just play the game casual, you know. But there is a lot of content in the game. They have some pretty good collab units. They give out a lot of mats and stuff. I will say though, the summon currency, it's like iffy of how much they give out in that. Like, cause I've had periods of time where like I haven't gotten any summons when I was playing. Unless I was like really pushing story, and it was like really hard for me to get the banner characters. So, nah, Tox, I don't know anything about their kits yet, unfortunately. I don't know why, but sometimes PvP your seriously just won't use your ult. Like, she just sits on it for like 15. I think for when I think in the auto, when the characters get like some of them get like silenced, or some weird interaction happens. It happens to me too. Like my characters will sit there if something weird like happens in the coding. There's the new survey. Might bring that up. A couple people, because like if I've even autoed in PvE, and if like some weird effect happens to my characters, like they'll just sit there and I'll just see my skill energy going up, and I'm like, and it's not like the enemy is untargetable, right? Like I understand that, but it's like they're just sitting there, and I'm like, okay, we gotta do something, and then like they end up dying or something, and I'm just like, all right, bro.
Is this my penance?
Yeah, I'd have to get back to E7, but like there's so many new, like, so also the thing is like there's so many new games to where I kind of want to get to E7. There's just so many new games where I'm just like, nah. Because the next game that I want to, I guess since we have a lot of people here, like the next games that I want to cover. So Higan is gonna be my game. I really enjoyed this game. I love the character designs. I love the art. I love it all. Probably No, Blue Protocol is the MMO. Is the MMO coming out by bro, I just had it. Bandai, right? So I'm gonna play that and cover it. That will be a game that is MMO that whoever's playing it will be able to play together, right? So as the community grows and everything, we'll actually be able to play that game. And then depending on how I feel on that, Wuthering Waves. So I'm planning on having my 3 main games be Wuthering Waves, Blue Protocol, and Higan. Because Blue Protocol, like, Blue Protocol might end up just being a game that I, like, just play every day on stream, or I might make, like, tons of content. Because, like, with me having young kids, it's hard to, like, stream all the time and record videos all the time. Wuthering Waves, though, like, I love the art for Punishing Gray Raven, and so I know that Wuthering Waves looks really good. I'm gonna play that. Okay, Star Rail, I'm gonna play it, but not make content, because there is a big difference. I don't really consider, I mean, however you feel is how you feel, but I don't consider, like, playing the game on stream being a content creator for the game. I just consider that playing the game while a bunch of people watch. That's just me personally. But like what I do for Higan, where I have like videos that I put out like pretty much almost every day, I feel like that's content creating. Yeah, Joe, I wanted to like, you know, talk about the live stream, but I was like, I need to see if I get into the beta, because I've made the mistake of trying to get all these videos together and everything when I don't have beta access. So yeah, it's one of those games where it's like, if I get the beta access, then you'll start seeing some videos roll out. If I don't, then we're just gonna wait till it comes out. Yeah, I can't stream any earlier because, like, life. But, you know, hey. It is what it is. Yeah. But, like, most of the time for a lot of these gacha games, the nighttime is perfect because a lot of them come out at night, right? So, you know, some of the games I'll be able to play, like, on release night. Some of them, like, no. Which I'm, like, accepting. Yeah, I'm hoping to get some Wuthering Waves access. The questionnaire they make to fill out for register for the closed beta was insane. Bro, oh my gosh, bro, that thing was a interview for a job, I felt like. So many new games coming out next week. Yeah, Anthers. Chris, haven't seen anything on BP in about a year. I thought it was dead. I need to look it up. Does it have a release date? Nah, Chris. So earlier, everything keeps getting pushed back, but like a lot of my creator friends have been playing it. Buddy of mine, Curios, he covered it. I know Chaotic covered it, and a bunch of other people played it. I know that some of the bigger creators for Blue Protocol is like Aether's Song. He's really been growing with it. And then Blue Protocol database. I'm in their Discord. They've been really covering the game, but the game keeps getting pushed back, so which is fine, right? I don't want to have too many games layered on top of each other, like releasing all at the same time, because it's a lot of videos to do right at the release of a game. But yeah, I'm hoping Blue Protocol comes out soon. There's something supposed to be happening on June 8th But I think it's just like an announcement or something, some like summer games thing, because I know that them releasing the game on June 8th. I'm not saying this is gonna hurt it, but you know, Diablo 4 comes out on the 6th of June. So a lot of people are like hardcore Diablo fans. Like, I'm gonna be playing Diablo when it comes out, and it would really suck if Blue Protocol came out literally 2 days after Diablo 4, because I just want to play Diablo 4 just like on my own with some friends of mine. But I honestly, my problem is that I'm fully prepared to play the JP version of Blue Protocol. But like, I told a lot of my friends, like, if Global ends up coming out like a month or the same time as JP, like, I'm not gonna play JP, because I'd rather play, regardless if Amazon is handling it, I'd rather play the global version of the game anyway. And if the global version is only gonna be a week or so ahead of the, I mean, yeah, if JP's only gonna be a week or so ahead of global, like, why would I put myself through trying to translate everything, you know, and all that, when I could just play the global version? Yeah, I had a lot of fun playing D4. All right, 6ix9ine, you have a good one, bro. Look at Discord. Rita's doing work. What's Rita doing? Bro, it's that AoE of hers, man. Stop trying to, man, don't make me trying to. Nah, you ain't gonna convince me to get Rita like that. Man said even job interviews shorter than that. A lot of people waiting on the new Arknight game as well. Looks sick if it ever comes out, that is. I'd love to play that. I really wanted to play Arknights, but I came into the game way too late. So I was like, dang. But yeah, Chris, like, I had a lot of fun playing the beta. Black Clover Mobile. All right, so I didn't get into the beta for Black Clover because, again, just like Snowpoint, I missed the email. But I have a big problem with a lot of games made from animes, and this is how I will also feel about the solo leveling, depending on how they do it. But most games that create a gacha, I mean, most animes that create a gacha, the gacha is such a, I mean, I'm just gonna say, it's such a cash grab, and it's done so terribly. Like, it's just, they're done so bad. Like, and they're just really like, nah, but you love the anime though. So if you love the anime, you're gonna support the game. When half the time the game doesn't even is not even supporting the anime. But like, they're so bad. Like the Tower of God one, bro. I never watched Tower of God, right? So to those Tower of God fans, I've never seen it. And I know that the Tower of God game was supposed to be going on some of the story from season 2, from what I've heard from people. But I played that game, I streamed it like 2 days, and I was just like, bro, this game sucks. It had a terrible release. I even made a video because I was just like, this game is bad. And I really tried to like it, and I eventually just was like, I can't, bro. I can't. And it was an idle game. Same thing as Street Fighter Duel. Street Fighter Duel, they're like, yo, y'all are Street Fighter fans, play this game. Bro, it's another idle game that is just bad. Like, no. The Emissary of Dark, whatever, I haven't seen that anime yet. The game, it looked bad on release. Like, it looked terrible. Like, what are you doing? Slime Isekai, some people said they have some fun with Slime Isekai, but the game still just didn't look great. I've heard a lot of things. They don't even have guilds in the game. There's a lot of issues with it. Like, it's just a lot of the times games are just made so mid. And I just don't understand why. Like, I really don't understand why they make them so mid when there's all that money behind them. It's just so sad.
Judgment. Final.
Like the My Hero, there's like 2 My Hero games. There's the one where you're like running around and you're able to fight. That one, hated it. And then there's My Hero Plus Ultra Impact or something like that. The turn-based one. Like that one was okay, but like it still was just like hella cash grab. And like I hate this about an anime. It's like, I'm really just ranting. I really don't like when they're just like, hey, summon this character. We'll just use My Hero. Hey, look, Deku's wearing a t-shirt. This is a rare version. Hey, look, this is Deku in his first costume. Here's an SR version. Hey, look, this is Deku and when he was fighting a specific boss. This is SSR. Hey, look, this is Deku fighting another boss. It's an SSR. Hey, look, this is Deku in the movie. SSR. Hey, look, this is Deku from season 4. Look, hey, this is Dark Deku. Look at this. Hey, look, this is random swimsuit episode Deku. Hey, this is Deku when he decided to wear a different colored shirt. Like, bro, I hate it. Like, stop giving me 20 versions of the same character. But they can't just make up people, right? Because it's limited anime. But, like, I hate seeing 36 versions of the same person. It just gets, like, Dragon Ball Z, I know the games are great, too. But it's, like, it's just, like, bro, like, I hate it. Yeah, I hear, like, the Black Clover game is supposed to be, like, a lot of people are banking on the Black Clover game. So I'll play it, right, when it releases. Like, I'll play it. Like, guys, don't get me wrong, I play all these games. Like, I give them their attempts. But, like, it just gets annoying because, like, you know, you'll love, they get me on the, like, character. Like, I'll love the character. But then, like, when I was playing My Hero, like, I love Hawks, right? Hawks is, like, my favorite. But then, like, everyone's like, oh, that's the bad Hawks. You got to get this other Hawk. I'm like, bro, so it's not just getting the character. I have to make sure I get the right version from the right time period in the anime. Like, bro, that's so much to keep up with. Like, versus just telling me the name of the character that should be good. It's like, no. Like, this Sheru is not, like, you have to get this Bakugo, not that one. You need to get the world's greatest version, not this other one. It's like, all right, bro. So that's just like one of my, like, pet peeves. It's like, hey, like, you want to get, like, I don't want Black Clover to be like, you know, it releases. It's like, yo, you need to get Yuno, but you need to make sure that you get, you know, the Yuno that uses the spirit, you know, guardian, not the Yuno from when he was from this, right? When you get Asta, you need to get the Asta that uses Yami's sword, not the Asta from back in the day. Or you need to get Demon Asta, you don't need to get this one. Or you need to get Buff Asta and not this one. Like, bro, like, what? Like, that, I don't want that. Don't want that. Yeah, Spirit Dive, there we go. Spirit Dive, you know. I mean, it's just, it's the only, well, the only thing is because that's what the games will be. Like, that's what the games will be because it's from the anime, right? And if you love the anime, being like, it makes you want to collect the characters because, like, if you have a favorite character, you end up wanting to collect it, right? Because, like, from Black Clover, like, you know, right? He's really cool. Yami, I like Yami. Meryl Leona is, like, my favorite character from there. So, like, if there's like, you know, or yeah, a lot of people like Finral, but, like, if there's like 10 versions, I'm gonna be like, dang, I really want to get all of them. You know, that's where they're gonna get you. But I also like seeing new character designs. But, like, with an anime, you can't just make everybody a character. So that's why I guess what I'm getting at, I like games that have, like, original stories. Because, like, for instance, because they have a large list. Epic 7. they're dropping characters like what feels like twice a month. And I get to see all these cool character designs. And sometimes the artists just really get who? Free to play for life. But like I like seeing all these really cool character designs. So like sometimes the artists just go off and then I'm just like, yo, this character looks sick. So then I like love it even more because like they have like this really sick looking character whom I'm just like, yo, this character is amazing. So I guess that's kind of where I'm coming from.
Were you hoping I'd grow up? In what way?
Okay. What else I was gonna talk about something. 15 people left. They're like, yo, this streamer's going on a rant. But so Sheru, I was gonna talk about Sheru. So with that on Sheru, I was talking about her kit where she's more of a manual tank. So do know, guys, that with her being like with the deflection and stuff like that, it seems in her kit she's gonna be more of a she's gonna be a manual tank who's a little bit more on the aggressive side. So like I'm putting Gil'dan in the Gil'dan and like Armand. I was gonna make a whole video about this. I decided not to. But Gil'dan and Armand, kind of Caesar, but not really. Kind of. But like, anyways, so like Gil'dan, Armand, they're more of like aggressive tanks, right? They don't go for protecting. They don't like protect the team as much, whereas Kier and Caesar do, right? Sheru is gonna be more of an aggressive tank because like based off her skills, it looks like she's gonna like kind of have like the deflection with her umbrella, right? And then but like her ult's gonna be kind of like Caesar, where it doesn't really do any damage, and it just, you know, does the deflection. So all she's gonna really give you is like magic resistance, which magic resistance only, I mean, it only helps you if you actually like take the time and look at the enemies like with the deflection to like see what you can actually deflect, and you're gonna have to test out what it can do. So like she's not as like a much of a brain dead tank like it's like Caesar and Gil'dan, or even like Kier. Caesar, her passive, blessed by the holy light, Caesar obtains 1 stack of devotion every time she receives healing, which increases her magical resistance. She gets really, really large magic resistance at her like highest level. Right? Basic attacks. First ability wields her shield that does damage. Every target hit heals her by 60%. Magic resistance can be triggered at most 4 times. So she can, in an AoE situation, she can just hit the enemies and heal herself, which is really nice. She has a self heal. Or she has like an AoE heal that's like probably like around the range of Nuno's, where she just heals allies around herself based off of her magic resistance. That's her second active ability. Her ult, she Holy Deity descends upon Caesar, healing all allies, and then cleansing 3 stacks of debuffs on them. Then she enters a sacred state, and then her attack interval is reduced. The final phase of basic attacks deal additional damage to all enemies in front. So she has like an AoE basic, and then she self-heals by 200% of her magic resistance. This lasts for 10 seconds. Yeah, she looks really cool. Where would I rank her on a I'm gonna be honest. The way that like if I were to look at Sheru's kit from where she used to be, I don't think like PV like overall in the game, if I'm taking PvE and PvP like into thought, like in PvP she's not really used right now. Because like a lot of people are like, yo, they dropped a tank that counters Surcelit. She doesn't really counter Surcelit because no, she doesn't counter Surcelit because it's not like she's not doing like a counter to physical attacks, it's magic attacks or ranged attacks. I'm sorry. She's only countering ranged attacks, and Surcelit's a melee character, so yeah. Like she'll be a little tanky against it, but she's also a magic resistant tank. So in PvP, she's gonna still get torn up because, like, you know, she can't like she's naturally not tanky against them. For PvE, the deflection, she was gonna require like you to manually use her to like, so for instance in the labyrinth, right, we have the boss that shoots the laser. Like if you can reflect that, like if you can reflect that attack back, if you know it's coming, then that's cool. Or like if you can reflect back a silence or something, but you have to like be slightly sweaty to like know or try to guess what's coming. Like every few seconds just drop the ability to reflect that stuff. So it's gonna require people to actually play her on manual. So I wouldn't actually like rank her like based off that kit that high. And she's and she's an encroaching cold. And when I talked about the elemental teams, like encroaching cold doesn't have a lot of units that are strong yet. So that's why we make updated tier lists. So like whenever we might do a community tier list. We're coming up on a month of the game, but I was wanting to do one. I was wanting to do one for May because I made an April one. So I'm thinking of doing one for May where we do another tier list as a community, because I think now that we've progressed, a lot of units have moved for sure. But yeah, I don't think Sheru is like actually going to be that crazy. I have a question. What do you think you should do? You have 3 of the play selectors. Should you get homos or a dupe of the Nuno set? Let me look. Did I just say? Oh my gosh, guys. Don't cancel me. No, I said home. I thought I said something else. I was like, oh my god, I'm about to get canceled. The Mo set. That set I kind of want to get. Even though it's a AD set, I was thinking of getting Mo's set, honestly. I have only 2. But for that energy recharge, I think that's really nice. I want to, like, and it kind of has an effect, like, it has, it deals damage based off of, HP. So I think that could be really nice. Especially if you have low cost skills on your team. They answered the survey this morning. They had you pick the weakest character with explanation. Oh god. Ume is definitely forgettable for most people. But yeah. But yeah, Caesar, for like a lot of content, just the extra healing is nice. I am so with Gildan, I'm starting to hear from people that, like, I mean, obviously a lot of people are using this this first ability versus the second one. This is what I'm hearing. Like a lot of people aren't using this one as much, which gives the extra bonus. Especially because some people are still doing magic and physical teams, you know. It needs a boss, yes. I think you need to sit in front of a boss for it to be really effective. I got lost. Yeah, until we get a like. Oh my god. I think a lot of the game is kind of just like, you know, wait till we get a single target boss to really see how we feel. Now see, that's where a magic resistance tank is. Cause like I couldn't nuke Caesar. She ate all of that. Like it wasn't even about Aluya. If I would have killed Caesar, but she ate. Dude was 62 combat power too. He had to have had a copy of Caesar, but she ate all of that damage. Yeah, bro, she ate 84,000 damage. Use a full 80 team, and her second ability is so incredible. It costs too much use on a stage where there are 5 threats, to which you need immediately to die or lose. Trying to beat Deep Maze 142 in his double laser. Yeah, 12k deficit is insane. Yeah, the second ability, like, I know for physical teams it's like really, really good. Which is why like every stream people are like, why aren't you using your Gul'dan? It's like, I'm not a physical user. Like at all. I'm in no ways a physical user. I am fully invested in magic. I just have physical characters. Oh my god, like the difference between Gul'dan versus the Surslets killed themselves. I was gonna say the difference though between Gul'dan's magic resistance versus oh come on, bro, you had your ult and your skills. You could have stunned the Finay. That's that stuff we were talking about. Like he had the ult up. You could have just dropped it and stunned her. It's annoying.
I really need to follow the rules.
Because we're not using Gul'dan. Yo, what's good? Oh no, you weren't saying it was good? Dude said, nah, it's an ability. Don't mean it's great. It's just there. Okay. It's like, I win more. I'd personally love a tank that give me that magic resistance shred that of the content. Yo, I appreciate you, Rob. Thank you so much. Bro, yeah, look at these. Look at these fights that are so oh my god, I just nuked Surslate. There you go, see him. She can't handle the attacks. Blur makes up for the elementals of difference. And Cersei walked up to me and thought she was gonna clap me. Got absolutely bodied. Anyone built a DPS calculator yet to help min-max which adapts to use? I don't think anyone has. I've been wanting to make a video about adaptations, but it's yeah, like the best explanation I can give people is that based off of the quick math that I do. So I'm gonna use two characters for example. So let's look at Basil and Cersei. I'm gonna put a set. Don't really. You know what? I'm just gonna use a set so we can compare stats. Okay, so my Basil and Cersei are the same star level, and they have the same star level gear on them, right? Now the difference in them is like skills leveled up, which doesn't affect AD. So just want that to be clear. But so when looking at adaptations, right? So let's use the physical damage versus AD, right? So the way that I have looked at it in the game is that physical damage is going to be the number before the percentage, right? Because it's gonna the physical damage is gonna be the final calculation in the attack, because the attack is dealing physical damage equal to this equation, right? So we already know that this ability here for us is doing 1296 plus 400% of AD. So when I look at Basil's AD, his AD is 1200. So, you know, it's going to do 400% of that. If I were to give an AD bonus to Basil, it wouldn't be as effective as if I were to give it to, opposed to giving him physical damage, because he doesn't have that high of AD. Compared to a character whom is like Cersei, she actually has like 1,000, like almost like 1,000 more, yeah, like about 1,000 more AD than him. So she would be able to use AD more effectively than him. But also, like, you know, she also has a ult that does a ridiculous amount of physical damage that wouldn't be a problem of having a physical damage boost on, right? And then her passive, this goes with basic attack, her basic attack's damage, which is off of AD. But either way, she has really high AD, so boosting the AD isn't that bad for her. So that's kind of that's the way I can look at it. It's like when you're going to min-max, really look at the stats of your characters to kind of see, because like it shows you that there are two different types of hoplites, like, to me. Yeah, keep your 5-star adapts for 5-star pieces, yeah. But yeah, ult energy, I mean, like for ult energy, like, you know, there's characters like Cersei that would love ult energy. CM, I like ult energy on him because his ult actually gives him a buff. So the more times he can ult, the more times he can get this bear power buff, which also helps him in cycling his passive. So it's like, Because not every character's ult, you know, is amazing. So sometimes it's better to just have extra damage. Yeah. You break us one tap. So I don't the bear, I'm not depending on the bear to really do anything. But like I do get the buff right when it comes out. Because yeah, at this point in most content, bear's getting completely one shot. Yeah. Ism, I have not looked at the Persona game because, like, I'll be honest, I've never played a Persona game in my life. Not because I think it's a bad game, it's just one of those games that slid by. So I have not paid attention to it. He cares when it dies. He does literally say something when it dies. Level 10 your active skill. I did level 10 the skill. So like when we look at it in battle, I told you I'm going all in for CM. Oh yeah, that is a thing too. Like, does does certain units make up for just having somebody else? It probably depends on like where that unit is leveled, right? Yo, I cannot wait till a green limited unit pops up and there's a blue tower. I will wreck that tower. Like, I'm so ready for a team for my Animo. I mean, I'm ready for a boss that my Animo characters can wreck, bro. You will be seeing CM hit some ridiculous damage numbers that, like, no one can hit. Need to make a blue team? Yeah, you got some time. You might got to build up black. I already have my Basil. Yeah, you're gonna need to build. We all need to build up a blue team. Or you could use fire units because it's most likely gonna be a fire boss. You know. It's able to beat it. Just a little slow. Killer, bro. It's just a mom mill. See if we can do it faster. Blue is weird. Blue is Oh, you have live too, don't you? Can you explain the Animo team stuff? Their win thing doesn't read well. Tried it, but I don't have the team built enough. Probably because if I were to do it manual, maybe. Because they end up focusing on the side enemies. And it would probably be faster if I don't think I need Nuno. But yeah. Like, CM is hitting the other enemies. But I think Nuno's giving too much healing. Like, I don't need all that, because no one's taking that much damage. Yeah, like look at this. Look how much she did 108,000 healing, and nobody took anywhere close to that. Yeah. She's literally doing something, like, she's over healing, and no one's even, she's like, yo, you need to heal? They're like, nah, like, I'm full health. She's like, nah, you need to heal. Let's go ahead and heal you. But so the Animo team, my bad, I know you asked it. The Animo team really cycles around having I can actually explain it here. Cycles around having wind breath, right? It boosts their, I made like a video on it, elemental team video. But when you have characters who cycle wind breath, it boosts all of their skills. One of the things that happens with the wind breath stacks is it gives you a max of 10% actual AP or AD, right? But you also need a really because I mentioned something called wind breath cycling. A lot of the characters can cycle wind breath between each other, which makes it to where you can keep up the stacks a lot like more. So if you're trying to do a wind breath team and you have someone in there that doesn't do anything with wind breath or is a different element, you know, it just kind of lowers the amount of like cycling, because like every single one of those characters, like they on their like they kind of need awakening too, because like on their awakening or some of their skills, they will have a chance to like not consume wind breath, or they'll be able to pass it by doing a certain ability or a certain thing. Like the SRs really have it like on their awakenings from what I've seen, but like it powers up characters to where like I'll give it to Follett. Like Follett's an SR character, but if you can keep up wind breath on her, she can do especially if you have some awakenings on her, she can actually do a lot of damage with properly investing into her. And that's kind of what like wind breath can do, is it pushes it in. Same thing for like Mo gets really strong with wind breath. Yeah. CM is an animal pretender. Yeah, CM can benefit from wind breath because it's a bonus effect and it just goes to his passive, but he doesn't help a wind breath team. Like a lot of people have asked me like, yo, is a good animo like wind breath team like include CM? Like no, it really doesn't. Mo is a better option here than CM. Like yeah, I'd love to get Mo as well. Mo is a way better option because like she actually can cycle wind breath to other people. Your wife has her? Yo, that's, yeah. I want her really bad. But yeah, like CM, he's just like there's no mechanics in light team, like wind breath team, ignite. No, there's not. In the video, I said there's nothing for light right now. There is no light team, so I'm like, they're either gonna put it out later or something, but there's nothing for it. Like, they just said, light's fine. Y'all can do what you want. And I don't even know, like, there's no new light characters that I've seen. All the characters that I've like seen, there's no new light ones coming out, so. I don't know what they're gonna do with light, but like as of a like, you know, an element, there's nothing going on. Like all the light characters, 3 of them are healers in some way. So yeah, gotta level this girl up. In the tower, I realized that she can't do anything with that skill. Or ult / buffers. Probably, but media doesn't do, well, media doesn't do any of that. Yo, web crew, thank you for the follow. Yeah, until you get her phase 6, it's the only time she actually reduces like something. Thank you for the sub, web. Yeah, it's weird. Ultra media is really good. I mean, but her ult is just an AoE. Damn, it's just a AoE. Yo, what's good? Like when you get her rank 4, you can ult up the damage, or it allows you to use an extra skill. So you want to like ult spam with her. But all it is just an AoE. Like, I'm not saying Media's bad. I'm not saying she's weak. I'm just saying it doesn't do anything extra. It just does damage. Right? Like, that's all it is. It's where, like, I feel like for higher content, it doing something else is probably better. Run Media with Imperial Cat? You have her 4-star? Yeah, I feel like on 4-star, like, having the ult to be able to use extra skills, how you can really get some extra. Most people I know who use Media have a 4-star Media. Yeah, but yeah, pure damage, like, eventually that's kind of just like, oh, okay, but, like, you don't really do anything else. What about 6-star Media? I mean, not knowing me wrong, a 6-star is cool, right, to have, but either, like, this phase 5, this is how I know Media wasn't, like, this is how I know Media could have been an SR character. This right here is a weak talent upgrade. This is what SR characters have. Like, are you telling me at phase 5, all you do is give extra AP, or just a little extra crit? Something that could have been in one of these nodes right here, right? Like, that's a really weak upgrade. This is something that should have been just included, and they should have given something else. And then phase 6, you reduce the mitigation by 10%, or your active skill talk show attacks 2 more times. This one here. I'm sorry, but she's not worth a, like, I mean, just for her talents aside, like, those aren't crazy. Like, this magic damage mitigation, bruh, Issa as a rare can do that. Lowers magic resistance by 20%. Oh, lowers it by 20%. So that's an even higher amount. Like, that's how, like, Media, when people say she falls off late game, whatever, that's what I mean. Like, her upgrades aren't really crazy. Wow, bro. They didn't like me talking about Media? That's wild. They didn't like me talking about Media. Okay. Somebody attacks my stream. Can y'all hear me now? Okay, you said it's good now. Now, I messed up for some people because I dropped, like, half of my viewership. But it's all good. We're still here. It's probably like the internet just acting up a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, I think Media is a decent character. It's just that, for, like, it's obvious she's like a free one, right? It's kind of like in games, like the free SSR they give you, like, there's only so far you can take them because, like, they're, like, average. That will teach you not to mess with waifu? Bro, like, somebody was like, what you not gonna do is talk about my girl Screamer. That's what y'all said. Y'all said, what you not finna do is talk about my girl. I think I have all the costumes except for Aluya and Gildan. I refuse to pay 3,200 crystals for that. Thoughts on Finay? Finay, I like her. I think that the ability to be able to get her to 4-star, if you spend, like, if you, like, summon her and spend $1, or you spent, like, $22, you know, you can get her upgraded, is really nice. She's an ult spamming character, being she gives herself extra ult energy. You know, she has a silence on her skill, which is really nice. But she needs, for her to really bring out her damage, she needs constant AoE enemies or really tanky ones, because that's all she has is like AoE, and she needs them burning. So she needs to be able to spam her skills, and you know, she has the AoE basic. But like, I've been able to hit some decent DPS with her, but she needs to like have AoE like units. So like what I like about her though is like, if I put her, I put her with like Cersei, I know that she can always burn. So like if I put her here, like she could just really spam those skills and she can get her ult pretty quickly.
It's going to be a great
Bro. It really is cutting out, isn't it? But yeah, so he's doing like, again, decent damage for being an AoE character. He'll get like, but she can pretty much keep up that ignite. I don't think that's bad at all. She also doesn't have an SSR set, but she is a little, but she does nice damage. Yeah, they just don't like me talking bad about characters. Let me try to catch up on chat. Web crew, are there any win units to avoid in your opinion, or are they just different flavors of good? Honestly, like all of the animo characters are like, now I'm not really including rares. Rares is like a very special case. Like Chlor is decent. Like Mom Elsh doesn't really do anything with Wind Breath. And then like Codier, healer, if you're using rares and you're doing it for a specific reason. But like SR and above, all of them are decent characters. Decent, amazing characters. Yeah. Yeah, there's not really a bad animo character. Like Mo is perfect for Wind Breath teams. CM is good everywhere. Nuno's a great Wind Breath healer. Kia's a great Wind Breath tank. They're all really good characters. Don't know why they put a tank as a limited banner character. Yeah, I was thinking that because they already launched, like, that's why I was like, Sheru can't really, I mean, for a free-to-play, this is perfect, right? Because you don't need it. Because I've explained to people there are other tanks to get. So I think people would have been more upset if there was a character that like was actually good. I would completely understand if how people would feel about, like, you know, how they feel everything's rushed because of Honkai Star Rail. If they would have put out a really good character, I think personally, it's great that they're dropping a character no one really needs, because then now you can take the time to save. Yeah, it's an easy skip for free-to-plays. Can't wait to be caught up so you can make a Maumelle team. Oh my god. Of course you want to make a Maumelle team, bro. Like, of course you do. I tried using her in the beta. Like, I just couldn't, bro. But she looks like she has so much potential. Same thing as Eastern. Like, some of these, like, One of these days, guys, I'll make a rare team. But man, that's so like that's so down the road. Like, I mean, I have like a lot of people leveled. That's a long way down the road. Imagine if they put out Harbinger Roko. Like, yeah, that'd be reaching, bro. You haven't seen the Go for Enamored set? Yeah, that would be sick. Which is a better tank to have, Basil or Grenade? Well, Basil's in Hoplite, so he's not a good tank. He's a, like, if you've ever played, like, MOBA games, he's like a warrior, right? In a lot of MOBA games, warriors can be tanky, but guardians are really great at defensive things. Like, Basil can get you by because he can interrupt everything and stun, but he just can't protect your people. Lucky, but you haven't thought that she was already good in CBT while being SR. Imagine now that Sheru's in SSR. We'll have to see, Tox, because yeah, this is true. But I'm basing it off of the fact that she's a Hydro tank, right? Stats aside, abilities aside, even if they change it up, like a Hydro tank that is most likely going to go with an encroaching cold team. Most people don't have an encroaching cold team, and if they do, you're saying like you're using like rares and stuff. Like for it, I probably need to level up black, but like my black's like a 2-star, so I'm like, man, that's like really reaching to level them up, right? So I'm gonna hold on, wrong place. Like I'm gonna try to get her because like I am pretty sure I could get her because like for standard banner wise, I'm pretty solid. Like I have a pity, have some summons, pretty solid on standard banner. I kind of want to summon on the set, but I'm really just kind of waiting. So standard banner is really the only thing I'm wanting the characters on. New characters, like I'll summon for just to have something, but yeah. But, like if I don't get Sheru, like I wouldn't be mad. I'm also not mad. Like I want to see what her talents are. Like I was telling people, I want to see what she looks like. If she's worth going to pity, like that's all those things. Because Cersei was a character where it's like phase 4, absolutely, like, absolutely is a character that you would want to go to phase 4 with because 60% ult energy is wild, absolutely wild. Now, of course, you could have gotten over time, but like just being able to start your account off really strong, phase 4 Cersei is great. She's one of those characters where like investing to her isn't a problem because like even her plays was really good for her. So I'm glad. Like I like her plays way more than Aluya's, because Aluya's you had to first off, you have to have her 4-star to really use it. No, well, yeah, to use a 2-piece. And then it only works when the enemy is oh, there it is. It only works when the enemy is below 50%. So, yeah. It just kind of like, yeah, it's kind of meh. Yeah, you're gonna reset him. Yeah, black looks like he has potential, but like, I feel like you have to have him really, really high. Personally, let me do my PV. I don't think I did my team fights. Because yeah, like the plays, there's a couple of rules to kind of like follow with plays. Like one, you want to make sure like a couple extra characters can use it. So like if you're gonna summon on it, you want to make sure that there was a good 4-star on that play banner, which the Phantom set is great for a lot of AD characters right now, because it's just literally just use a skill and you get an extra AD boost, right? Really good. And the Surcelet set you can use literally on almost every Pyro character. So a really good set to have, even if you end up getting a Pyro character in the future, you could probably use it for them. Do I win? Should win. Yeah. Leah's plays aren't universal at all, but for her they're absolutely insane. I mean, but like, is it insane though, or is it just strong? I really don't. I personally don't think the fact that it doesn't do anything on the 3-piece until an enemy is below half, like, I don't think that's, like, even with, like, if she's attacking a full health enemy, it doesn't do anything. Like that the Renin Mage is the shop lady from Lab. Oh, it really is. But yeah, like her, like if you're fighting, like, now if we get to really hard content or whatever, like, now let's say my wishes for in-game guild boss content comes true, where we all have to fight a guild boss, right? It has a certain amount of health that we all have to get down based off of our attempts. Now, when we get to the point where, let's say the boss is like less than 50%, then everyone who has an Aluya and they have that plays, then yeah, on that boss, now everyone's Aluya is doing so much damage. Like, so much damage. Like, because you're fighting a large boss whom you could just get the bonus for the whole time, and it's a big health boss. But other than that, you know, I don't see it. Oh, yeah, the Sheru event. You do want to try to save your stam. Let's see. It starts... Take this to start. I just talked about it. The 21st. Okay. So if you were to do Labyrinth today and get your, you know, your few stamp pots, it would absolutely last until the event. And then you can use those to boost yourself in the event. Yeah, 21st. So just, I mean, just do what I've been telling you and just, you know, stack up your stamp pots. Just try to use it for the event itself. So, yeah. Really try to save it for the event. It's really random. No, I know her skills like hit like multiple times. I'm just saying, like, there are other plays that just there are other plays where like you just have extra damage. But like on a boss once you get level than like less than 50%, yes, it's really, really good. Like as soon as you get lower than 50%, it becomes really, really good. I completely agree with that.
Can I get a cut of the spoils?
Like I'm guessing like, there we go. But for instance, in this content, like let's just say this tower challenge right here. Now, my Aluya is only a 3-star, so guys, like don't judge my Aluya too harshly. I don't have a Gildan, all that stuff, but I am using burn. Let me see. That way I can proc burn a little bit more.
Really need to follow the rules.
See if we can do this. So, for like this boss,
It's going to be a great.
like it's this like until I get to 15, like she's not gonna do. She might die, but she's not gonna do any extra damage with her thing that like she hit that little enemy, but like I don't care about her hitting that enemy. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole time she didn't have the extra damage. Now she's getting extra damage, but by that time, like you know, like I could have used. I feel like I could have used somebody else, and that's only because Aluya's not my strongest character, right? So like, if it's something where I have to use 2 teams to beat, because the first team fought it and they weren't able to beat it, then I had to use a second team, right? And then Aluya is gonna be definitely better for the team that's on the second half, because she'll start that whole fight. But like starting a fight like with the boss at, you know, full, because Aluya is not my strongest, and I don't have her invested as some people, like I feel like I could have just used somebody else. Because her damage didn't even go up, you know, that much for me, because like I just don't have her. I cleared faster than your usual CM team. Well, that's because I took off. No. Don't try to. No. Don't try to. I literally took off Kier. Nah. Because if I were to put CM back on, it'd be a completely different story. Don't try to talk about my boy. What's crazy is Finay ended up doing like no damage. Yeah. Don't try to crap on my CM. Very rarely in the game right now our boss stage is the hard walls. Some mob stages, and exactly because Aluya exists. Yeah, I'm not saying Aluya is like bad. Like I'm just saying like for me it's so obvious that oh wow. Start mode. Oh. Okay. It, like, I thought for some reason, what date did they say? March 16th. That's why I was so confused. I was like, yeah, I was reading that and I was like, huh? I was so confused because I was reading it at face value at first and I was like, what are they talking about? And I was like, this has to be the conversion. Hey, at least they tell you, right? They're like, hey guys, this is gonna expire. But also this is hella, this, like, and what's crazy, it's not even, like, I mean, I guess it's saying, I don't even know what date it's talking about. If it's talking about the 17th of April, because it would have been the 16th of April if they got the month wrong. So I don't know when it expires, but guys, your stuff is going to expire some point very soon. But this banner says it ends. Oh my God, bro. And you know what's going to happen? People are going to hit. Yo, what's good, Matzo? People are going to go to Twitter. They're going to be like, oh my God, you're going to get rid of all my summons before the banner's over. Web. Oh, my CM is, unfortunately, my CM's only a 4-star. You know, little homie. He does the best that he can. You know, he tries to keep up with everybody. The set I have on is a 4-star set. You know, don't have an SSR set like everybody, you know. But I use the Dr. Gong soon because this one gives him an AP boost, which works well with him, and it gives him a bonus effect for his passive as well. You just started this game too recently? Yo, congrats. You need 1,000 devices for that. But yeah, Evan, I agree. Like, don't get me wrong. Aaliyah is a great character. I believe she is even better with investment. I feel like 3-star Aaliyah is kind of just like, I feel like, no, I'm even go even further. I feel like free-to-play Aaliyah with 4-star like plays and a 3-star Aaliyah is kind of just all right. That's just me personally. I think a 3-star Aaliyah with 4-star plays is just all right. I don't think it's really the character itself. I think once you've been able to star her up a little, you get her plays, you know, you really get her skills up, then she becomes really nasty. Because like all I hear is like, yo, you really want to, because I mean, you can't even use her play unless you have her at phase 4, right? So there's no point of even giving her plays unless you have her at like phase 4, honestly. Yeah, you like, she's, and that's how you have to look at some characters. And this is some tips for some of you people. As Evan just agreed, there are some characters you really have to look at to like, if you like to, is it worth to go for their plays if you can't even star them up? Because like Aaliyah, you like her star is more important than trying to get a play. You can confirm 5.5-star Aaliyah is great. Okay, Wes. Well, mine is just a little measly 3-star. You should have told you a week ago before Aaliyah banner was gone. I'm so sorry. But yeah, it's just because with her plays, the 2-piece effect, for some people who like, this doesn't give you unyielding, it boosts your unyielding. So you have to have unyielding before you can use it, which you get unyielding at phase 4. But this is why, like, you know, this is one of the interesting thing from tier list, right? Where I'll admit, when we make the next one next month, a lot of things I have to go into consideration because, yeah, it's however you want to judge the character, because there are certain characters here that are good, but at the level people are talking about them, it's like, are you talking about a 3-star Aluya, or did you immediately 4-star her and then now you're talking about her because you have her at 4-star and you have the plays, right? That's why a lot of people test characters from 3-star to 3.5, 4, like that's why people test them like per star, because if you just went in and just got a 4-star Aluya, got her plays, like you're obviously gonna be like, yo, this character is great, bro. But like I have Aluya at 3-star and I'm like, yo, this character gets like whacked. And then you also have to talk about how are you playing and using the character. Like Nakama is a manual player of this game, so he's using Aluya manually. If you're using Aluya on auto and you only have her 3-star, she's probably not that great to you. Can phases be achievable through free-to-play? Yes, Masuo, you can. You can get them through free-to-play. There's a thing here, Holy Domain Duel, where you can get soul essences. Personally, you believe that any character worth using is worth having at least 4-star? Yeah, but there's also characters though that you don't like. Yes, I believe that 4-star upgrade for most characters is really good, but like there's a lot of characters whom they don't need 4-star, and like they don't need 4-star in order to be themselves. Like Finay, her 4-star awakening, like it just gives her like some ult energy, you know, some extra damage, but like she doesn't need that to be like, you know, a decent character to have. Like Basil, like he's still a stun god regardless, you know, but on this, you know, he gets an additional stun on his hook, or he gets bleed, but he still has like, you know, the pull, and then he still has the interrupt here, still has a stun, he still has a stun on his passive, right? So like it makes him better, but it doesn't like kind of crack him, like make him absolutely crack. Like Aluya, what makes Aluya really good is that as her being an assassin, whenever she gets to phase 4, she gets a crazy amount of extra damage whenever she's a little low on health, or she gets a really nice sustain tool with lifesteal, right? So like this becomes like either extra damage or like a really nice quality of life change to where I guess like her phase 4 is really good and worth it. Same thing as Cersei, right? There's certain characters that just have, I believe, a really strong phase 4. Like Cersei's phase 4, incredible. Like you get extra ult energy to where if you're doing damage with her, she just goes crazy. Or you can heal with her. And if you have her in the front line and she's taking a lot of damage, you can get 40% extra HP. And then, you know, now she's surviving like even more, right? There's certain characters where like, that's why I was saying when I look at these characters now, like if I'm telling someone to summon them, I have to really look at the awakenings and be like, is this character worth getting to at least phase 4, right? Because phase 4 is pretty much doable for most like free-to-plays, getting a phase 4. Oh, you mean Trial Aluya? Oh, yeah. A lot of SSRs, you'd say their C4 is better than their C6. Yeah. Like, yeah, it's just really interesting. Like, it's kind of like, for those of you who play Genshin, right? Like in Genshin, sometimes the first constellation, for some characters, the first constellation can be really good, or it could just be trash. Sometimes it's the second constellation that is like a ridiculous amount of damage bonus, right? Like from what I've seen, like C1 is like a quality of life change. C2 is a completely different character with a damage buff. And then like C4 will be like either a quality life change or they get a random buff that they can do. And then C6 is just a broken passive. Yeah, Evan, I agree with that. Because C4 is obtainable. That's just one copy. That is absolutely obtainable. It's not like, it's not something that is like so out of this world, you know. You can get that by just farming. Yep. C4 is absolutely obtainable, even for free to play. You know, if you really take the time, do your domains, like you can get it. You can absolutely get it. You gotta be patient, but there is a way to get it free to play. I should go ahead and upgrade this. That way it can be done. Yeah, and I like that about it. It's absolutely farmable. Now, of course, you can't farm like the characters themselves, but you can do it for everybody. You know, the only characters that are like you know, in the shops is Rita and Basil right now, but they might add other characters. You never know. I'm supposed to be hitting this. Yep, I should get a trophy. That's what I was thinking. Ooh, I get 2 more potions from the weekly. It's good. I'll get this. All of this is easy. No, I was saying like, I was trying to say like, cause like in Blue Archive, you can farm for specific characters through stages. Some people like stages where you can farm for a character, right? The only characters where you can actually get their shards in a shop, an exchange shop, is Basil and Rita in team fight, in single fight, is what I was saying. Otherwise, yes, it's universal shards based off of class, right? But well, I guess I lied. I was talking SSRs. You can also get Follett, and you can also get Roko. So, you know, there's Roko you can get, which I do need to get. And then if you're a Follett user, you can also get her too. Yeah. Yeah, I'd be surprised if they didn't add somebody as like the cast got larger. Like they would have to. Like I couldn't see them not doing it. In a month, I'm gonna end up just getting my Rita. Like we said, just completely getting her for free. That'll be exciting. Which is why I'm not really worried about getting her now. Like I could get her right now, but like I don't need her at this moment. At this very moment, I don't need her. And I can eventually get her. You got a 5-star play from the trophies? Yeah, it's for my favorite character. But it's already been confirmed. You only get the prologue. So this is a tease. This is just a tease for me. Yeah, 5-star Rita is kind of insane, especially for because you have a Surcelet. But like that's from like that's getting 3 extra copies. Um well, that's at least right. So that's like me summoning for her, and then I summon for her and get her, and then I redeem it to get 1 copy, and then I have to summon her 1 more time, and then I would probably just get her from the shop. Like that's just nah. I don't want to do all that because once. Oh, and guys, best believe when Gil'dan's banner ends, other banners, people are gonna be, if they put up another like standard banner, people are gonna be like, oh my god, another banner. And I'm gonna say the same thing, guys. It's a standard banner character. You don't have to go for them. Like, shame ended. Yeah, it's probably my internet, guys. My internet's having a lot of issues, I'm guessing, today. Or there's something going on with my bitrate. So just refresh the stream. I'm sorry. No. So what you gotta do is you have to get let me see if I can show it here. Well, let me explain it. So the essences, no, they're materials. So you have to get, of these smaller ones, you have to get 10 of these to make 1 of these. Now, 1 of these is, yes, 1 for 1 of the shard. So once you make the larger soul essence, right, you take the dust and make it a soul essence, that is a 1 for 1. These right here are universal, doesn't matter the class. Okay, Wes, but not everyone's a whale like you, bro. I could get more, but like I haven't. I got 6 of these potions sitting pretty. Imagine how much Genshin players would love having a daily. Bro, if there was a banner for those characters, yeah, absolutely. Like, if there's a banner, absolutely. And I would also love that the pity wasn't. I don't care how many times people tell me, like, oh, but you can guarantee the character. Look, a lot of games have a pity redeem or they have a guaranteed pity. But the 50-50 pity, like in Genshin, I am 13 summons away from a pity. In Genshin right now, 13 summons. I've calculated it. But on that last pull, I got Alhaitham, right? I ended up getting Alhaitham back to back, really lucky, and I have now a C2 Alhaitham, and I'm loving the game right now because Alhaitham is so strong. But I was like, man, there's a couple of characters that I want, but I'm really trying to decide because I'm like 13 summons away. So I'm like, you know, one part of my head, I'm like, yo, that's a new character. But that also, you know what that also could be? That could be me getting my, I already have Jean C6, Mona C6. That could be a C2 Diluc, a C3 Chi-Chi, a C4 Catching. It could be a C2 Tanari, or it could be a brand new Daya. Daya's standard banner, right? Yeah. So I don't like that. I don't like that. I know I'm 13 away from pity, but I have no idea what's gonna happen. You had Rabbit Boom on this whole time. Oh my god. You drop my trying to get you. Yeah, like, bro, it'd be like when the game first came out, D. Luke was like the strongest character. People were like, "Oh my god, I have to get him." Yeah. My stream's going in and out, guys, so I apologize for the quality. We'll just have to start fresh tomorrow. The stream. After those, Sheru and Icicle, a new caster character should come. No, who's coming after Sheru and Icicle? It's worse than Jin Yan. Yo, people really hate, like, Dea looks so good, and it's so sad that she doesn't look like she doesn't actually do anything. Also, like, someone brought up a point to me too. They're like, they don't like games where I can't remember who, but they're saying in turn-based games, because what's gonna happen for like what happens with a lot of games is when you get a copy of the character, it completely changes who the character is, right? Like, because in turn-based games, typically passing content is really about like kind of whaling, because like typically no matter what you do, there's only so much you can do to actually pass it, versus like a game where you can actually control it. Maybe it was Nakama, but like where you can actually manually control your character, sometimes you can get past the stage, right? But when the game is so centered around you having copies and having like multiple copies of the characters to pass the content, it ends up being really like meh. So man, how to build a team do you put in? What roles do you need to have in your team? Man, that was a video I was gonna drop. Maybe I should drop it. I was literally recording it. Yo, what's good, Death Gun? So on your team, you absolutely need to have a guardian and a Duatrix, basically a healer. That's what this is. A guardian and a healer. You want a guardian because they are able to interrupt the enemies, and if you're new to this game, there's gonna be a lot of bosses that are going to have attacks that you need to interrupt, right? So you need to have somebody who can interrupt the boss. So you either need to have a guardian or start out by having a hoplite. It's totally okay to use a guardian and a hoplite, but just know that you need to have someone to interrupt to prevent your team from taking a lot of damage. And then you want to have a healer to heal everybody, right? I do have some content on my channel to help you out while starting out as well. And then from there, with your DPS, really depends on who you get as your SSR. You will get Media for free, so she has a decent DPS to have, or you will get somebody else, like a caster or a ranger. But like if you want to play the game on auto, like once you get to there, if you end up getting, when you do your 20 summons, if you end up getting like a Gildan or even a Basil, or you end up getting like Caesar as your tank, probably even Kier, and then you have a healer, like you'll get Roako for free, or you use the rare Asa, you can pretty much auto the game for the first day or so, and then have an SSR DPS. Yeah, that is yo, thank you, Juan Garcia. You don't have a tank, any tank other than Kier. You have Cersei, Aaliyah, and Siam. You raise Screamer too. Who do you put in your team? Oh, sorry, my bad. I thought you just started. You have Kier, Cersei, Aaliyah, and Siam. Yeah, if you're starting the game, you don't need a healer other than Caesar. When I was playing the soft launch, I didn't use a healer. If you have Cersei, you can still use Kier. Kier is definitely worth the upgrade. She's really strong for protecting the team. And then you can have Cersei with her, And then use Screamer as your healer. And then I wouldn't use Siam on your team. So I would use Kier, Cersei, Aluya, and Siam. Yeah. That's who I would use. Let me go actually level up something. Yeah, Deathgun is probably taking a break from playing StarCraft. That's what you've been saying about Honkai. It's gonna lose 70-80% of its players in the first month when people realize it's a game for whales. Yeah. There's the only characters I want are the lightning characters. So, community said I can spend $5 a month on the game for the monthly pass, and we're going only for because I love lightning based characters. You know, Luxray is my favorite Pokemon. I love electric types. So we're going for a lightning based team when we go on banners. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Like, I'm going into the game blind. I literally looked up. All I did was look up like an SSR to go for, and that's it. Just 5% off. Feels bad, bro. Feels bad. $5. Nah, bro. We said I could do the monthly pass. Y'all said I could do. You said I could do the monthly pass, bro. You know what? It's whatever. I just need a lightning characters. I hear Bronya's supposed to be crazy. Yo, Wes, the reason why I tell people not to use Siam is because, like, no one's gonna like the idea of Siam stopping their physicals from using their damage. Reroll would be hard to do. Yeah, I hear that. Nico, have you leveled up your I mean, have you leveled up your skills? If you're Cersei and your Kier keep dying, it could be your healer. You should have, I mean, you should be able to use like maybe like Rooko. Yeah. Also, I don't know how early you are in the game, but if you're really, really, really early game, like Asa's not a bad use as well. But like if you have with having two front lines of Cersei and Kier, like Kier's shields a lot. Like, even if it's a physical shield, it's still a great shield for protecting them from dying. And her ult. It's really effective. I couldn't even think of anyone else for you to use. Other than maybe swapping your Screamer for a Rooko. But that's like about it. But like, you might need to level up your skills and stuff. Your Cersei's 75, talents all 7. Yo, what content are you doing? It might be your plays. Yeah, if your Cersei's level 75, everything's... Yeah. Your characters are like leveled really high. And your Screamer's level 70 with talents level 7. Damn, bro. Level your play. Like, what content are you trying to do? Are you like in... Oh, Nakama, bro. Are you seeing what I'm talking about with the blur? The blur and the single target ability? It's wild. Blur with Kitty Punch. Okay. Oh, someone asked me about why does CM prevent. So CM puts on an effect to characters that's very similar to Glaze Skin called Blur. But as we kind of saw from my account last night, Blur, CM without Blur, he almost does like half of his damage. Blur gives him so much extra DPS, and this is just base CM. It gives him so much extra DPS that it's almost like it's worth him using because he gets this effect for 4 seconds, and he just does a massive amount of damage on this skill that only costs 4. But again, the unit won't take physical damage, so it's like it's just really weird using it with like, you know, a full physical team because like without CM, like Cerslet was able to do like 800,000, but with CM, with Blur, she was only able to do like 400,000 or 500,000. So it took away like a third of her damage because of how often he was proccing it. Just like at story cleansing missions in Mesring. Oh, well, like, where are you at in the story? Like, are you... Like, I'm sorry, because you were asking about teams. I had assumed that you had just started. Are you like in chapter 5? Like, you have to be at like chapter 5 getting stuck. Because me personally, I'm stuck right here because like all the enemies are like fire and I just didn't have a team built for it. Like, I'm just a few missions away and I've just been leveling up my people really slowly. Oh, you're in chapter 5? Yeah. That's probably like just... I mean, in chapter 5, yeah, Kier will get melted because most of those enemies are fire, I think. Yeah, like if your Kier's not a high star, she's gonna get melted. I'm sorry, I thought you literally just started. But then you said everything's level 7 and everything. Yo, what's up, Fresh? Even though you called me Liz, but I knew what you meant. But yeah, you might just need to... I mean, you might just need another tank, but you know, you can't, like, it's not exactly easy to do, but it's just Kier's gonna really get hit hard in chapter 5. So you might have to wait for some banners to get another tank. Probably. My luck's because of League? No. And you know what? I just started playing Wild Rift, the mobile version of League. So I never knew who Lux was until like I saw the mage Lux from Wild Rift. No, Lux is actually from Lux Ray. I love Pokemon. And I didn't want to call myself Lucky Lux Ray. That's why I'm Lucky Lux. But people were like, I would always wonder why people were asking if I was a League player. Hottie, I don't. But Euphyria will probably come out like after. Euphyria should be coming soon because we like. I don't know of any other caster unit. Screamer, I mean, you already, the way you have her invested, she should definitely be enough. I really needed that water. My voice is going away. I believe that, I don't know about that one. I don't know if I'm gonna cosplay as a Pokemans. I need to start working on this been really lazy. What's good, Vaughn? But yeah. But yeah, Luxray's my fave. He is my fave. What is the ideal fire team? Oh god. Yeah, I didn't realize that this was all. Alright, let's put Basil in here. Might have to manual this.
Is there a more fitting choice than I?
Do I really need to follow the rules?
Oh my god.
Let me at him. Merch Rabbit and the rest are raring to go. Don't let your passion fade.
Everyone. And 3, and 4.
Ugh. Imagine having to manual. Okay, sorry. Ideal fire team, if you were able to have the best team that you can have in fire right now, if you're fighting a boss, like let's say if you're fighting the top of the tower, is gonna be Gildan, Screamer, Rita, and Cerslet. That's like peak like peak fire team. Oh my god. And that's mainly because got auto again. That's mainly because like Rita just buffs everybody. Screamer gives a buff to Cerslet and Rita, and then Gildan gives the physical damage boost. It's pretty much the strongest. Rita better than Finay in the Pirates team? Rita is better because like if you guys remember from her ult, enables the the enemy to be to take more crit damage. So yeah, like just overall for the team, Rita's gonna do more. She buffs attack damage, and the enemy takes more crit damage. So like that's way more valuable. Finay, like she has the silence and she has AoE, but like Rita also has damage, and Rita has the I think I'm gonna use Rita has the damage and she has the buffs. And she has an interrupt too. I feel like this game punishes teams that aren't mono. I'm outside of Gildan. Let's insert. I think it punishes I don't think you have to have mono. I haven't used a mono team like ever. And I've been having I'm not a whale. Oh my god, what the fuck? Okay. Like I haven't used a I really gotta kill this guy. I think you just have to have a synergy going on with your team. There we go. only matters if you want to beat stuff much earlier. Yeah, mono helps you like for early game. Helps you in like possibly like the tower and all that. But I think you're fine in most content. That one. Yeah, most people are using rainbow teams. Oh my god. Okay. Maybe. I should probably put Finay here.
Excellent. Now that's what I call a perfect test subject. Afraid everywhere. Don't forget to heal.
I love Blur too because that will allow the tank and everybody to go to the back line, because when the enemy is blurred, that unit gets completely ignored. It's really beautiful.
Oh, that's it? It's leaving me hanging a bit.
Dude says, I need Nuno to die so I can have a better skill cycle. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Like, I completely understand and feel you there. Sometimes, like, between Kier and Nuno, I'm like, will y'all just move, please? Like, I need to do damage, and y'all's skills are literally covering, like, the whole deck right now. Like, just move over.
Nice. Don't forget to send these materials to my lab.
I completely feel you there. It'll just be all like supports like in a row sometimes. Well, whoa. Well, like Blur, yo, kind of thank you for the sub. Like Blur, like for some reason, it's just one of those things they don't write. Like, if a target is blurred, like they like the tank just completely just stops focusing that target, and they just move to somebody else. It's really weird. It's nothing like written in stone. It just happens.
How does it feel to be sheltered by the wind?
And so, like typically the tank and Surslate, yeah, they'll move forward to the back line. All right, Wes. It's just an interesting interaction. So like in a team like this unit here, if I blur this unit, now Kier and Surslate are gonna move to this back line. Same thing happens in PvP. Maybe Vaughn, but like it almost acts like a weird, like almost like a banish to me. Like it almost acts like a banish. Because the unit typically can't attack. So they just... Because, like, in PvP, like, my Basil will literally grab somebody else because that unit, like, I mean, he's physical, though. So, like, I'd have to see, like, this... It might be because, like, they can't hit it. But I've also seen Surslate and Aluya literally hit targets that... And just proc a bunch of immunes, though. Yeah, it's like an anti-taunt.
Sheltered by the wind.
Ugh.
Can still use some optimization.
I got a manual. I hate this. Yeah, it's really good.
Don't let your path. Wind barrier activated.
Ugh.
Combat data can still use some optimization. This better get unbroken world. Come play with me. At least go play with your friends.
Probably get away with just using Cure and then have Finay.
Do I really need to follow the rules? Combat data can still
Cannot get away with that. Jesus.
Here comes the fireworks.
Hmm.
Ready with the light.
I feel like she's gonna move into this space right here, though. Oops.
Zero research.
Yep. She did exactly that.
Everyone, let's try this with each other. And 3, and 4. Don't be afraid. There's better with me. I hope there's something you like this time, Director.
All right, Cass, you have a good one. Oh yeah, Inquisitor, like, I was saying that. Oddly enough, I think it's better. I personally think it's better that they put a unit that is completely skippable. Like, yeah, she's gonna die. But like, because yes, it's not gonna make money, but like, let's be honest. Like, from what I've been hearing from the community, like most people are gonna go play Honkai Star Rail, right? And this is gonna go to a side game for a lot of people. To put a character that would be a must-have, there's already a big complaint that people think that this game is rushing out a lot of banners because they're trying to like just get as much money as they can and then just leave before Honkai Star Rail. So if you put a character that's kind of like not really needed, not really necessary, like to me that just feels a lot better because like now free-to-play players, like, this is a unit where you can just totally skip on, and now you can save up for like a whole month or so. Well, but see, like, think of it this way. Nobody has currency left. So if a god tier character, like, if a god tier character would have came out, no one would have had the resources for it. And now, like, this is the... So, I'm explaining a consequence that could have happened. People went in for Surcelet so much that if a god tier character came out next, they literally wouldn't even have the resources for that character. And now people are frustrated and they go play HSR anyways because they can't even get a character that was god tier. You know? Like, it is definitely, like, however you see it. But that's why, like, when you release a god tier character, yes, it's a very big promotional thing. But, like, I can honestly say that a game that's backed by Hoyo is going to be big regardless. Trying to compete with Hoyo directly it's gonna be hard, especially at the launch. People are expecting Honkai Star Rail to be great, even if it's not, because it's backed by Hoyo. Like, people are going into the game like just thinking, oh, it's gonna be great. Like, this is a Hoyo verse game. They don't even know anything about the Honkai Star storyline or anything. They're just like, oh, it's just gonna be great because it's done by Hoyo. But the backlash is definitely people. If free-to-plays will be absolutely pissed off if they can't get a character. Like, absolutely pissed off. I can see it now. I can see on the comment of every single one of my videos, like, them talking about it. Only because I already see it now. Like, them talking about the banners. And that's just mainly where I'm coming from. Like, of all the Discord to Facebook, YouTube, people really want to hate on this game. And I would hate for them to do something to add more, like, you know, add more to that. Bro, that silence was forever. Oh my god.
Is there a more fitting choice than I?
The rules.
Nope, I should have kept Kier and then used him.
Data analysis by elimination active.
Is there a more fitting choice than I?
Zero. Everyone, let's try this with each other. How does it feel to be sheltered by the wind? Wind, build me a howling bastion! Combat data can still use some optimization.
I guess this could be a perfect time. I guess I'll go back to this ability. Just try to nuke.
Let's try this with each other.
Oh. See how. Yo, what's good, Master Gamer? Sorry, my bad for the late reply. I'm over here, like.
Don't throw your life away. No one to save me this time.
Okay. Go for survival.
Don't throw your life away. No one to save me this time.
Help you anymore. Let's try this new feature. And 3, and 4.
Watch this.
Wind barrier activated.
No one to save me this time.
He moved. Everyone, don't forget to heal. How does it feel to be sheltered by the wind?
Clean sweep.
The combat data can still
Don't
use
throw your life
some
away.
optimization.
No one to save me
At
this
least
time.
everyone's here with me. Hang in there. I'll heal. Sorry. I can't help you anymore.
Oh my god. Alright, looks like I have to get. Looks like I gotta get that tank set. Sorry guys, I have not been reading any chat. Honkai 30 player bitches stuck carrying on the main server. It's hard to imagine playing Honkai and Bronya in a turn-based game. It's gonna be a weird game. They have to be free to play friendly. Yo, what's good, Master Gamer? Where are your star motes? They're in the inventory. That's the Surcelet pity. 300 pulls on the standard banners to select an SSR. That's a lot. 4 hours of manual. Yo, congrats, Evan. 0 cents. Not gonna lie, I would have minded that in Genshin. Easily done over 300 standard pulls. Yeah, I've definitely done 300 standard pulls. Yeah, the budget for a Honkai game, I mean a Hoyo game, is like wild. They have money on money. Like they can pretty much support it regardless, like if we play it or not. Like just have so much over there. Wait. What phase 4 do I use? Ult Energy, Grim. I use Ult Energy for Surslit. How do you play PvP? In Higan? PvP is after, I think it's like chapter 4. You have to beat the part before the cleanse, like the first half. Yeah, they don't want PvP. I don't think they're trying to. I don't think Hoyo's trying to do anything spectacular necessarily with their games. They're just kind of like the PvE experience. They really go for story and character design. That is what I've seen from Hoyo. Is story and character design. Everything else, they're like, it's whatever. What was I doing? True. The amount of money people have in their game, like people who are like, people I've seen is like, yo, Genshin with PvP. Bro, do you realize how unbalanced, like how unbalanced just Genshin is with some of the characters? Imagine having to have your characters balanced. Like, nah, I'm good. No, I was a second late. Okay. So the best thing I can do is nuke somebody. You know. It's a stunt. Oh. Okay. Maybe, how quick can I nuke this unit? Oh, pretty much. Tower of Fantasy had PvP. And personally, it was, so Tower of Fantasy's PvP, the only thing that made it unbalanced is having the character. But what they did was, they gave you the character at its strongest level. So they gave you the character at 6-star. That's really the only way you can balance, it. Is that if you make... you make everything that people have at its max level. Though a lot of whales didn't like it, right? Because like people are really like shitty and they wanted to be able to walk over whales, right? Because basically now in PvP, everyone's on the same level as you, so you spent all this money, and this dude here has literally like everything you have for just having one copy. That's what ended up. But that's how its PvP is. Well, stun locked is something different, but I'm talking about in fairness of like being able to everybody being able to use a character, right? Like a lot of the strong characters everybody could get. Oh my god, bro. If they made 2 PvP modes, the thing is that, so, I mean, sorry to free-to-play players, but a lot of free-to-play players I've met, see, here's the thing. If the whale free-to-play had rewards that gave gems, free-to-play players would hate that because from what I've seen, most people want access to every part of the game and they don't want to have to whale to do it. Yo, congrats. Give me a milk. Like, so if you're telling, so like people are gonna be like, wow, so I have to whale in order to get this extra currency that only whales can get. Like, no one's, like, a lot of people are gonna have a problem with that because like free-to-play players want to be able to have access to every part of the game. They don't want it to be locked behind any sort of whale system, which like TOF already had a couple of those things. So that wouldn't be good for a lot of the games. And that's just from what I've seen, discovering the game. That's been like a complaint I've commonly see is where they hate that type of content. Bro.
Ready with the light.
I mean, I guess that's one way for us to beat this stage.
Come play with me. In the fairy tales, great warriors like us always become renowned heroes.
Rita's good. Rita's good. Don't think that Rita's not good because like I don't have her. I just don't have her because just going a different direction. She's a very good character. Keep pushing this. How does my CM do so much damage? His 3-star talent, it's not even for like his 3-star talent gives him blur, which on his 4th skill is his strongest skill. He just ends up like just nuking. Yeah, he's an absolute nuke. Oh my god, the tanks, bro. I just need, you know what? On situations like this, maybe I do need Sheru. Because, like, I'm just getting completely bodied by projectiles.
Is there a more fitting choice than I?
It would be really good if I had my Follett upgraded. It'd be amazing.
May the god of fruit keep me safe.
Follett could have hit all of this too.
Is there a more fitting choice than I?
Alright. See, CM should be able to survive and get back. Nuke all of that. One more. One more. Need them to survive. Well, I could have done it with less. Is Follett good? Follett's really good on a wind breath team. But, like, I'm not saying, like, to completely invest into her. But I'm just saying, like, there's certain stages where she just would have been a stronger option. I know, it's either Nakama or Vaughn who uses Follett. Pulled Cersei and Nuno out of a 10 pool. Bro, some of y'all just build Gildan. 5 hit. Bro! I don't want to. I don't want to. What I'm gonna do is build Sheru. I'll build Sheru over Gildan, since no one else is gonna get her. No one else is getting her, so I'll just build her. That's what I'll do. Just need to heal. They're hitting my tank so hard. Maybe if I... Yeah, maybe if I do that.
protect you all, even if it kills me. Combat data can still use some optimization.
No one to save me.
And three. At least everyone's here with me. Can't help you anymore.
Need to get a lucky roll. I got this. I got this. I mean, it's mainly my tanks just can't handle that, like, that, AoE damage. I mean, snipe damage. Can't.
Critical. The combat data
Don't throw
can
your
still
life
use
away.
some
No one to
optimization.
save me.
Yeah, pulling that one was a mistake.
Help you anymore. Ready with the light.
I just need to kill him.
Everyone, don't forget to heal. Combat data can still use some optimization.
Ah, there we go. Told y'all. Told y'all we can do it.
Always become renowned heroes.
Oh, dislike. Oh, dislike.
Is there a more fitting choice than I?
Excellent. Now that's what I call a perfect test subject.
Clean sweep.
Combat data can still use some
That.
optimization.
All because I didn't do.
At least everyone's here with me.
See, if I would have done the single target ability, I probably would have eaten it. This. Could have probably beaten it with AoE, but
Sheltered by the wind. We're not going to lose. Combat data can still use some optimization. At least
oh my god.
I'm sorry.
This time.
Can't help you anymore.
That archer. Forgot the archers.
My companions are tougher.
Don't throw your life away.
Go quick! Everyone! Hey! Come play with me! How does it feel to kill? Build me a howling bastion! At least everyone's here. Wind barrier activated.
Bro, give me a CM ability. Like, Jesus. Kill the enemy instantly with one
Nice.
skill.
Don't forget to send
That's all
these
I needed.
materials to my lab.
How far are we expecting you? Bro, there's no info on unions. Like, there's no info at all on unions. Unions are just like mystery content at this point. Oh god.
Let's try this, Nikita. Everyone! Don't be afraid.
Clean sweep. Don't throw your life away.
Win! Be a howling bastion! Scattered from broken world. Hey! Come play with me! Sheltered by the wind.
I wish I would know
Wind barrier activated.
when kills are gonna. The only problem I have, I have a really, really, really big problem when the guilds happen. I hope they're not going to be too small. Like, I hope they're not going to be, like, the smallest, like, guilds, or it's, like, 20 people. But, like, I need it to be large. It's all magical. Yeah, 6.9. True. Yeah. Oh, where am I at here? Sorry, because I did my last upgrade. Exchange. Ooh, I can get credits now. Oh, that's right. A lot of this stuff reset. That was just for my last bit of farming, and then I'll just keep doing the labyrinths until the event starts.
Counting. All yours, Director.
Director?
So, is pretty much everybody skipping Sheru though? I mean, pretty much almost everyone I've talked to skipping Sheru.
Counting. All yours, Director.
Oh snap! Outer Plane dropped. Outer Plane is something I wanted to play. I could play it, but I don't feel like playing the non-global version. I'll play Outer Plane when it goes to global.
Counting. All yours, Director.
Gonna skip. Yeah, she's limited. Saving for a high DPS caster? Okay. Yeah, Outer Plane isn't, it's not for global. It just launched 5 hours ago for Singapore, Malaysia, and Philippines, but I'm not gonna play that version. Yeah, I've done that for a couple games, but it's like bro, I'm gonna end up playing it, you know, when it drops.
Rabin and the others have gotten stronger.
So much is gone. Like if I'm gonna play global, like I'd hate to do all that work to just restart. Oh, so much work. Gifts. Tea parties.
Director, you've seen our performances before, right? Who do you think is the cutest?
Well,
The cutest one? I'm
like, but see, that's the thing though. Like for free to play, for what you just said, right? Skipping Sheru knowing Yoru's gonna come out. There's no possible way that someone's gonna be able to summon 2 limited Baron characters back to back. So like you kind of gotta at this point start working on improving what you went with if you're free to play. Yeah, I was hoping he'd be kind of like a bad boy. I was wanting him to be like Haste. If y'all play I said Eversoul. If y'all play Epic 7, Haste is like a kid, but he sounds completely like he looks insane. And his Blood Moon Haste, he's even crazier. And he has a like attitude and everything. I was hoping he'd be more like Haste. He has that like sick grin, right? That just crazy look, and then when he ults, but his voice actor, I think he's like a character that sounds way better probably in JP, but they definitely make him kitty. I was retweeting, I want a skin for him though. So knowing to play non-NA games on iOS, you rather, yeah, I have a Samsung phone, like, but my actual phone is an iPhone, and like, yeah. Finally, daily stamp. Eventually, though, like you'll get to a point where you don't need as much stam. Eventually, like eventually. I think once you get your team to a good point and you can beat most content, you could probably slow down on the stam, I'd say. You know. But I mean, you need so much. So. No more gifts. Come on, let me. Oh, there we go. I need all the gifts. Ooh, I need to use those. I didn't know I didn't. Yeah, like, yeah, buying the stam, like, definitely gets a. Yo, I'm about to be done, guys, with CMs. Yo.
These will be the dessert for the next tea party. Everyone will love it.
I don't want to give the biggest.
These will be the dessert for the next tea party.
Yo, we are done. Are we? Oh my god, I thought we were done. Hold on. Let's give. Hey. We are confidant. We are finally maxed out on the friendship with CM. Now I can actually make some other people 15K. Look at that. I haven't even paid attention to the PvP, but probably it probably resets with the season. I'm wondering though if we get the rewards though. Man, that collab, guys. Ooh, I'm gonna definitely be dropping rank. I don't think that collab's gonna happen. Thank you. On Unlimited Tower? Green Tower? I think I finished it. Yeah, I finished it. I was ranked 22. I think ranked 22. I could have been higher. I really could have been higher if I would have got Cersei earlier. But it's whatever. I wasn't gonna get Cersei, but I told myself, I was like, you know, if Cersei doesn't drop for a long time, as a creator, I will not have her for a while, and it'll be hard to talk. I mean, there's a million of people in my community who would have helped me without having her, but I was like, I was really going for the 3-star, but I ended up getting her twice. So I was like, hey. Out of there. How much CP does a star give you on a character? Ooh, I haven't looked per star, but like it's at least 1,000 or 2. I mean, I'd say at least like probably like 2,000. But I don't like, the thing is I guess I can't really answer that because I haven't started up a character that had no skills leveled up and no gear on them and 0 friendship, right? To really use as a true test of that. I think it just gives her the costume in the ult, right? I don't think it changes anything other than that.
All yours, director.
Somebody asked me, Limited Tower. Yeah, 22. So I'll get this one. It's not bad. I mean, I was in the top 100, so I'm not really upset. Wait, what? Oh, wow. Did I get a reset? You said next one will probably pyro element. Yeah, that's see, the thing is that when that one comes out, I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble because I mean, I have like Basil. I'm gonna have Sheru. Like it's gonna be a problem. I don't know what I'm gonna do there. I have to try like my best to like level somebody up. Like, yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do there. Basil carry. Basil's gonna have to. I'm gonna have to with this awakening. Yeah, for sure. Yordi ain't coming out though, like for the tower. So yeah, I'm gonna be in trouble. If for some graceful reason it resets and it ends up being blue enemies, it'll be fine. I'll clear it literally. Like as soon as if it ends up being blues, I probably won't even like, because their reset timer is so weird. You guys probably won't even see me clear it because I will legit be like having my baby in my hand on my phone, just going through and autoing it. Because the moment those enemies turn blue, CM is gonna clear it by himself. I'm gonna put Follett there, Nuno, and Kier, and we're beating the tower. I'm gonna be in the top 10. I don't know if I'm gonna be top 1 because like somebody will probably be a whale and they'll just be quicker on it, but I will be in the top 10 with a full green team. I'm so ready for it, bro. Like, hey, soon as it hits blue enemies. Yeah, the reset timers are so different. If you could choose a set when you did the labyrinth, but get a random play, it would be a lot more tolerable. Yeah. I can't get anything from the labyrinth. I got a 4-star from it. Like, I don't even pay attention to these. Like, a lot of people are like, yo, man, you should try to do it on Sunday. Man, I get 4 stars. It doesn't matter for me. I don't get lucky like some of you guys. I really don't. I almost have this set here. Almost have this set here. Use it as food. Fodder. Straight fodder. Alright, so next character to get friendship up. It'd probably be smart to do like Cersei. Yeah, all of them. My girl Issa. Need her for some content very soon.
Were you hoping I'd grow up? In what way?
We should be talking to you. But guys, this reducing magic resistance, I need that. I need to be able to, I need her to survive. And then the 4-star trait, reducing the resistance, I need that. Then she gets her extra ult energy. And then, yeah, she just helps with encroaching cold, but I really need that magic resistance to be able to use it. I think it's pretty much where I'm at now. Just making sure I finish up everything before I I'll be able to tomorrow. My CM's gonna get a little stronger because I'll be able to get a he'll be able to get an upgrade. And I'll be working towards this node until I can summon him. It's pretty much like if I keep farming, I'll be able to get this node done tomorrow, get another node by farming, or if I summon him, it'll be, I mean, whenever he has a banner, fine, but like, yeah, I'm about to have this node done. So I'm pretty much looking at, oh yeah, Issa is waifu all day. Just all day. And then look at the position I'm in though. Like the if for instance, if CM I hope they drop CM before Mo. But like I have 82 coming over here. Right? That puts it at 200. Let me do it on this one. So we know this. So I need 270. So then like I would be able to claim the first one and then get the second one with 70 pulls. And if I save like these and build them up, I'll be perfectly fine to be able to grab 2 CMs, which would put me at here. Yeah, when if I stay strong, I'd be able to go here, which would be amazing. Do you put a lot into multiple skills? Wait, do you put a lot into multiple skills for one character, or share the love for main team getting to end game? I mean, I'm pretty much doing one character at a time if I'm gonna do it. So like just maxing the character, right? Like going through all the skills, because like the material that you need, you really only get it from Battle Pass. And if you're a free to play and you didn't get the Battle Pass, like you didn't buy it, you can get 2, which, right, you can use, like, even though you can get 2, don't think like, oh crap, like it's gonna take me, like, guys, even though I have them available, it's a very, very slow process to get a character like skills maxed out, and you don't even need it. But I just used 1, and I have to grind to get a second one, and then I'm probably not going to use it on the basic attack, and the ult, like I don't think I'm gonna use it on either. It's mainly the skill and the passive, because those are the strongest things for him. So you really have to make sure if you're gonna use it, it's on a character that you're pretty much gonna use all the time. Is a $20 pass worth it? No. You just get extra energy. That's all you get. Like if you're having to ask if it's worth it, it's not, because like I just got it because like I wanted it. But no, like you can like it's gonna give you extra 20 levels, but if you play and do everything, you will absolutely get it, like if you play every day. But you could just do the $10 one, like, and then you get a skin that's not even that good, right? And you get like the extra banner and all that stuff. Like, nah. 99 is okay. 614 credits living the dream, bro. I literally dropped 300, no, like 400k today. Yeah. The limited frame and text box though, you know what? You know what was really amazing if you wanted a limited text box is the event, bro. Like it gave that to you for free. Like you were able to get a frame and like a text box from the event for free that looked pretty nice. So if that's what you're doing it for, you can get it absolutely free. And if they continue it, you can keep getting it. So yeah. Hey y'all, you're making Basil your main. What units go well with him for PvE? Sadly, like I was literally gonna say, you know what? The only character that can really do anything with Basil is Liv, for his kit, because Liv has a heal that can heal him and convert damage, and her ult records all hydro damage inflicted. She's the only character that I can think of that goes with him. Everyone else is kind of like, you can technically do it. Like, if you're wanting to do a DPS, like, this is if you just really love Basil, right? Gildan is a physical tank, and so she could boost the damage that Basil could have. If you're just wanting Basil to just do damage, you can have Gildan, and then you can use Liv. Liv will have the heal, and then yeah, you got Basil, and then you can probably just use like Screamer to buff up the attack damage and the attack speed. But like Basil, the only problem with Basil. Now, also liking Basil, you can farm for him in PvP too. You can farm his chips up, you know, so there's that. But the only thing with Basil is his phases, like, they help him with stunning, but there's a limit to how much you can stun, which is one of my things. And like, there's an absolute limit to how much you can stun. So, you know, you can at least do the bleed with his second ability if you get him to phase 4. This can eventually bleed and he stuns on his skills, but yeah, definitely control. He does look cool. He looks sick. If they do a skin for him, it has to be crazy. Dude looks sick. I mean, look, he has the claws. Like, I really hate that they made him a crowd controller to where he's really good in PvP. But in PvE, it's like he really needs, like, you know, that extra love. We'll see though. On the tower, we'll just have to use DPS Basil. You know, we'll have to. I can't believe I'm saying this, but like, we'll just have to give him some like really sick plays. Now, I will say, his plays are crazy. His plays are like wild. After applying a crowd control on the target takes 15% more damage within 8 seconds. Max 3 stacks. So, my only question here is, depending on how the game acts, if he uses the crowd control and the boss just isn't affected to it, do I still get the extra damage taken, right? Because I applied the debuff. I applied the CC, but the boss just didn't want to take it, you know? Like, so can I still get it? Or is the game going to be like, nah, they actually have to be stunned, or they actually have to be, you know, interrupted or whatever for you to get it? So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the extra stun on an auto attack is, yeah. I mean, he has the potential to stun a whole team. Like his passive skill, he can stun adjacent enemies, which is like really cool, especially if you can get him tanky. But yeah, I think you just need a really sick like play set on him. But let's see. We've been streaming for 4 hours. We're coming up on the 4th hour. I'm gonna head out because I have to wake up early to watch the girls. Yeah, tanks is probably the best. But if you're trying to DPS with them, you know what I'm saying? Get to it. But I have to wake up early because I got the girls I have to take care of. So you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I don't think anything in the game is happening tomorrow. Right? Everything's resetting in the middle of the day. Yeah, nothing's happening tomorrow. So it'll just be a regular day. We'll just be farming, talking about stuff. But like up the stream, subscribe to the channel, watch the vids if you're new. Yeah, I'm gonna head out. You lucky gamers, have a good one.